My mother's face was not even preserved in my memory. I know only from hearsay she was a beautiful woman. As a little child, I was satisfied with my life. However, I vividly remember that she often shed tears. One day my mother got sick. She rarely let me in, even though her bitter wails were often heard through the door. Eventually she passed away. I thought she fell asleep.
What should we do with this kid? I'll give him to one of Helot families.
You shouldn't do that. He is Cleon's son. He belongs to us. Descendant of Heracles cannot be slave. He looks like Cleomenes. Take him with us.
It looks like it's our blood indeed. I don't mind. Make him our son's playmate.
As it turned out, those who decided my fate were King Leonidas and Queen Cratocecles. Soon the gate of an Aegiadea house opened for me. I admired the high walls and courtyard, surrounded by colonnades, and I clearly hear the voice of the queen even now when she says,
Cleomenes, this is your cousin, Zenares. From now he will live here with us. You don't have to complain for being alone anymore. You can play with him.
But it's a girl, you know, mother. I would never play with my sister.
Oh, come on. It's a boy, you barmy.
If you really are a boy, come wrestle.
The first test of strength in my life did not bring me glory. Within a short time, I was sent onto the floor, twice.
Do not cry. Stop it. Spartans are not allowed to cry.
Later, somehow, I got used to Cleomenes. It can be known from childhood that someone was born to be a king. And Cleomenes was exactly that type. We played a lot.
You left your belly unprotected, but you're getting better day by day.
But one day,
Zenares, finish your breakfast. The king wants to see you.
I have never been to the king's office. We cannot enter there freely, like in the other areas of the palace. And then I stood before King Leonidas. He looked over me sullenly. My hand was sweating in my companion's hand. Finally, the man who was so intimidating to me nodded with recognition.
Nice little kid. We are raising citizen from him.
I see you in front of me, my little son, as you lie on bare ground in your barracks of Spartan boys, covering by prickly leaves picked up on a bank of Eurotas River. Your hands must be full of scars, since you had to collect the sharp blades of grass at the water's edge with your bare hands for your bed. I'm not sure whether you are sleeping now. I hope so. If you don't yet sleep, be comforted with knowing that 2.5 decades ago, your father was waiting his dream, coming in the same place where you are now. Maybe in the very same quarter. By the time you read these lines, you will have to pass the hard training, and you will know that this education is the honor, since it is one of the basic conditions of Spartan citizenship. But now you can't see the goal front of you, and you must have difficult hours, like I had in first period. As you know, our ancient legislator, Lycurgus, set another condition for man born in Sparta to become a citizen, in addition to the mandatory common raising, consent to, and participation in common meals.
Note, the loser doesn't eat dinner today.
In my time, the land estates fell into hands of few, the oligarchs, and the majority of Lacedaemonians became impoverished, so they could not contribute to the common meals. Apart from exceptions such as myself, only the children of citizens could go to school. You live in a different world now. Sparta has 4,000 citizens again, and common meal, and mandatory education regained their old role. The school full of boys now, but we were few. Apart from these differences, the lessons were almost as tough as they are today. We make physical exercises during the day, and in evenings we learned about the lives of heroes. Disobedience or any indiscipline was punished by caning, and one who wailed during this got beaten even more. We got little to eat. Our educators told us we should get food from where we can. The smart thief could eat, but one who got caught got thoroughly beaten and remained hungry. Fortunately, I was able to escape home so often, and heatly lunch awaited me in our kitchen. At this time, I was very careful not to get in front of King Leonidas. At first, my life in the school was suffering. I could hardly bear it. I was tormented by the stronger and older ones, the educators too.
Get up, you son of a bitch, and fight as a true Spartan.
I was physically weak. I often lost fights and got beaten after for this. Then, one day, the educator of our group said something, and his words etched into my memory forever.
The one who hasn't enough toughness to go through our school is unworthy of Spartan citizenship, and neither of life.
Those words made me realize that I must not quit, and I have no way to stand in front of my foster father, saying that I can't and don't want to carry it out. What would happen then to me? When I took note that there is only one way out, and I can rely on no one besides myself, my life got easier. Moreover, I learned to like our tough life. In spite of this, I've never got among the best in anything. I was mediocre at wrestling and javelin throwing, slightly better at running. I gained muscle. One day there was another test of strength between me and Cleomenes. I must have been around 10 at that time. I escaped home for lunch as usual.
Hey, Cleomenes. Come wrestle.
If you want to bite into grass again, I don't mind.
But soon,
Where did you learn to wrestle like that?
At the boys' school. Does your father teach you at home? He did not teach you how to fight?
I paid off the
Mom,
old debt.
I want to go to school.
My father let me go. From now on, I will also attend in training.
2 years later, we entered the senior boys group together. Life got even harder there. We were given no food at all, only spears and bows, with instructions to go hunting to mountains.
Demetros, are you okay, dude?
Yeah, except my stomach hurts a bit. But I'm fine.
I know it's tough, but Sparta is not for everyone. Unlike other city-states here, the citizenship is not a fundamental right, but privilege that must be earned. You know it's in Ares. If not, it's better to learn it now.
Easy for us, Cleomenes. We can go home and eat whenever we want. Besides, you are the king's son. You don't even have to hide that. But this poor kid, it is not fair at all.
Life is unfair. It is time for us to go. I'll share my prey with you. We can't help him anymore anyway.
The day when I first participated in Battle of Senior Boys comes alive before me. We were divided into 2 teams. It was scorching hot when we collided. We didn't have swords, spears, shields, knives, neither clothes. We could only use our bodies and fight, but everything else was allowed. We could hit, kick, bite, twist each other's hand and feet. There were no rules. I was injured and left alone. I was unable to stand on my feet. Hours passed. The battle had long since ended and no one was on the scene anymore. I lay there, hopeless, when suddenly...
Luckily, our team won. If we lose battle, the victors would surely throw you into the river, and I don't know how you would have swum out with such an ankle.
It was then that a close friendship between me and Cleomenes that continues to this day. Together we dreamed about the old Spartan glory we had heard so often about in evening lessons.
Which historical era would you like to live in if you would have a choice?
In the glorious past, when our king, Leonidas, after whom my father was named, fell for his homeland with 299 Spartan hoplites. Those were the great times, and if you would ask why we give our lives, or what the homeland means to me, which I go to battle for, I'm gonna tell you one name, what belongs to a special girl. There is no beauty like her in all of Sparta. I fattily fell in love with Aegitus, but I dare to tell this only you, and if the gods will it, so you know.
I remember one of our educators was hated by Cleomenes because he was bossy with us and bullied the boys for no reason. My friend got also irritated by his nasal voice and the habit that he scratched the top of his head so often.
You, show me what you learned. Come on, attack, beat me.
Are guys like this going to teach us how Spartans should behave? Bastard!
Who's that little shit? If no one comes forward, the whole gang will be beaten bloodily.
It was me.
We were both badly beaten, but of course we endured it without wail.
Why did you undertake this? After all, you haven't committed anything.
I also would have done what you did if it had occurred to me first. And I won't watch on idly afar when you get beaten.
You are not even my friend, but my true brother.
Look at her. Aegeatis, this beauty is out of this world.
Can you hear it too? It's like someone is watching us. Yeah, it's time for us to go.
When Aegis, the other king, married Aegiatis, not only Cleomenes hated him for this, but I hated him too, because he caused my friend such a grievous pain that made his love utterly hopeless. When Aegis came to the second throne of Sparta, he planned to introduce far-reaching reforms. He wanted to lead the city-state back to the principle of Lycurgos. He would have extended the Spartan citizenship to all permanent dwellers, forgiven the poor's debts, and redistributed the lands. He also wanted to make military education mandatory from age 6, and also participation in common meals, once again. Needless to say, all of these measures hurt the interests of the powerful and the oligarchs, including my foster father, who was the other king.
Everything will be like was in the glorious past. Let's make Sparta great again.
Also, to forgive debts and hand over most of my possessions and assets to the state? No way! This wants to destroy us, but we won't let them.
We live in dangerous times. Aegis incited the people against us. We must be careful, Leonidas.
I will never let this little faggot usurp all what we already gained, Cratysocles.
Of course you won't let this happen, but you should be tactical as a true statesman.
After this, everything around us suddenly went haywire. In boys' school, boys in our age often gathered to argue loudly, but when one of us got close to them, they immediately stopped talking. We didn't understand why. We were in friendly terms with most of them until then. Moreover, Cleomenes was loved by everyone.
We should finally get to know the reason for this strange behavior towards us.
Definitely. Cleone, tell me, what's the wrong with us? We never hurt you.
I tell you, what is the wrong? Your father doesn't want King Aegis to forgive the debts. We're starving, while you two are filling your stomach with plentiful food at home every day. You entitled.
Leonidas is not a king, but a bitch of Eastern despots, an enemy of Spartan people.
Bastard!
No mercy for traitors!
Hey, enough!
Just in time again.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Sparta is not such a big city that the news of everything could not spread so quickly. We both were taken back to the palace by armed escort of the royal bodyguards that afternoon.
Look at the cowards. They hide from us behind their mom's skirt.
Why did we have to come home?
It would have been dangerous for your lives to spend the night among these false howls. You leave school. From now on, you can only leave the palace accompanied by my bodyguards.
Sparta, this small town that had been quiet for a long time, became agitated at that time. Two major political parties clashed. Fights were common in the streets. People often listened to speeches of occasional orators on the corners.
Fellow citizens, land distribution is now inevitable.
Make Sparta great again. Yeah, sure. But who's gonna pay for this? I say, let's get rid of Outlanders and make the contribution of public meals mandatory. Once again, let Sparta be for the Spartans again.
I totally disagree. I won't pay of anything. Let's beat him.
Traitors!
Of course, our foster father had his own narrative.
Aegis breaches the ancient law of Lycurgos. According to sacred law, Outlanders cannot be Lacedaemonian citizen. He is doing all this intentionally to build up his own armed force, which is loyal only to him, not to Sparta. He is eager to break the rule of our clan, and thus become the sole ruler of the state. The Eurypintid kings are the arch enemies of our family, and since Sparta was founded, they have been trying to destroy us.
The days passed in monotony in captivity of the palace.
Protect yourself. That's it. I got bored with doing even this. I miss school and hunting.
Me too. Getting stuck home sucks. I go inside for water.
At least you and the little one should be spared. The two big boys are strong enough. Maybe they can defend themselves.
I go downtown to the meeting of Council of Elders, then to the Ephors. Take care of house while I am away.
Look, here's the tyrant.
One day Cleomenes' sister came home, Cleomenes. She was a married woman for 2 years. She married my foster father's cousin, Cleombrotos. I was surprised that she came home. Since the birth of her little son, she rarely visited us. But now she also brought her son home.
I'm not guilty of this. Calm down and give me the little one. Still sleeping. Tell me what happened.
After Lysandros, the chief confidant of King Aegis, appeared at our house early this morning.
The king's emissary has come to discuss important state affairs with you.
Our house welcomes you. Do not hesitate to talk about those issues.
The previous night, as required my official duty, I watched the sky to see what the Celestials indicated through the stars. The message of gods was that precisely they are dissatisfied with King Leonidas, because he had spent a long time abroad, in Seleucia in his youth, in the court of King Antiochus. He became a servant of Eastern rulers, married a Persian woman who gave him children, although he later left his Asian wife and remarried in Sparta. According to an ancient Spartan laws, he's a descendant of Heracles, who does such like this is worthily to die. This morning, at the meeting of Council of Elders in the Ephors, I accused Leonidas of this crime. He fled from the expected death sentence behind the bronze door of the Temple of Athena. Now we ask you, Cleombrotos, to occupy the ancient throne of the Aegeans and help us to divide lands, cancel the debts, and return to the simple Spartan life. If you team up with Aegis, you both will be the great kings of Sparta.
Please do not accept the offer. Do not destroy my father.
Get away, woman. My people are calling me. Don't keep them waiting.
I immediately took the little one in my arms and ran home. I'm not guilty of what Cleomenes did, and I don't want to be with one who ruins my father. I share the fate of my family, whatever may be.
It was said about the ancient Spartan women that they were the calmest in danger. Queen Criticiclea was a worthy successor of these women.
No one should pass this gate without my consent.
We are applying for service.
Your task, boys, will be to guard the back gate. Bear in mind, this is not a training now, and these are not wooden swords.
By dawn, I was completely exhausted. I fell into the bed to rest from fatigues of night watch.
I tried everything. The rest is up to the gods.
Cleomenes, wake up, pal. Dad came home.
Dad! What happened?
I got exiled. I have to leave Laconia within 2 days.